Hi, Subhas, can you hear me? You're on mute, please.
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah,
Yeah. How are you? How's everything at home?
yeah, it's going great. What
Hmm.
about you? How are you?
I'm good too. Thank you so much for asking. How are things at your place with regards to the lockdown?
It's going on in the same way for a long time now. The
Mm-hmm.
situation is like that from 5 p.m. in the evening to the next day, till 5 a.m.
Hmm.
There is complete lockdown, and
Okay.
otherwise it's normal.
What do you think about this though? Does the 5 p.m. in the evening to 5 a.m. thing work? Is it helpful?
Yeah, it's helpful because during day we are getting everything that we need for our day-to-day life, and at the same time we can go to office also. So till 4 p.m. though we can do work at office. Yeah, it's a bit normal, you can say.
I think so too. Bare necessities can always be carried out around this time. And I think after, in the evening time, most of the people have leisure time, no? So that's a
Yeah.
wise decision to like stop people from going out right around that time. All right. I'm sorry, I was constantly looking down. I was actually trying to find the session. Were you able to access the session?
No, no, no. For the last 2, 3 sessions, I could not access to any this study materials.
Session document.
Yeah.
So that sometimes happens. I think what I've realized is after 95 or 98, sometimes it gets difficult. You can update your app for sure, but you can also try texting the tech team, so they'll get that taken care of. They'll
I have already texted it. I have not
Mhm.
got any reply till now.
No issues. I will. What I'll do is I'll just recheck with them. So, all right, let's start then. The topic that I have for you today is if inanimate objects could speak.
If
Inanimate objects could speak. Do you know the meaning of the word inanimate?
and no, no.
Hmm? So, inanimate is anything that's non living. Animate means something that's alive. Inanimate means something that's not.
That means like animation.
So it's not actually linked to animation. Inanimate is anything and everything that's non-living. So like this eraser is an inanimate object. Anything and everything that's non-living.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Animate and inanimate. So they're the exact opposites of each other. Animate means anything that's alive, and inanimate is anything that is not
Okay.
alive. Okay. So if
So
inanimate,
one animate also like say when we say lively. So he's I am animated today. I can say that.
yes, yes, definitely. That's how it's used. So he's a very he likes to and he's a very animate individual. That means he's very lively, he's very fun, you know.
Yeah.
So and the exact opposite then becomes something that's very dead and not moving. Hence, non-living objects are called inanimate. But some people like some individuals can also be called inanimate. If you're like you can use it as an adjective in a sense. So he's a very inanimate individual, which could mean that he doesn't, really talk much or doesn't give facial expressions when he speaks. It can be
Okay.
used like that also. Yes, wonderful. All right, we do have the option to do extempore as well. Would you like to try that?
Let's see.
All right. So as usual, we have two. You have the choice of two topics. The first one is what would you undertake if you had 100% guarantee of success? So what would you do if you were like you knew you'd not fail at all? What's that one thing that you'd want to do? And the other option is the most important lesson my life has taught me so far. Which one do you like more? I find both of them to be really interesting.
100% success. That is like that. No? Mm. Uh, Actually, if I say now that I am not very good at my studies, I was not very good at my studies when I was school and college, but I
Mm.
wanted to be a very good student.
Ah.
Uh, okay, so if I knew that I would be successful uh, for taking a certain course, and then I would definitely go for that one.
Ah.
Say, say for taking up a profession like a novel profession, a
Mm.
doctor. So
No.
yeah,
Okay.
it's a very tough course for. It's not for
Definitely.
everyone's cup of tea. So
Definitely.
yeah. So when I knew that I can achieve 100% success in this field if I go for
Mm.
that one, I would definitely go for that one, and I would have the um, opportunity to serve the people
Mm.
in a decent profession.
Yeah, that's lovely. Personally, I consider almost all professions to be good and noble and decent. But yes, I do agree it's very difficult, to be a doctor and or to be in, most of these, like let's say chartered accountancy is difficult and
Oh my God, charter economists take so long. I have
yeah,
seen some, they are trying for so long years, but
my
they
God.
are hanging for just one or two subjects.
It is, I mean, it really, sucks a lot of time. Like it needs you to devote your life to it if you like really wish to, pursue something like that.
Yes.
Like I really, have a lot of respect for the people who do it. Definitely, for sure. Right. So if you are, this is a very unique answer. I never imagined that to be an answer. If I could take up anything that would succeed, I don't know. Most people give you business ideas or things like oh, I would eradicate poverty or something. This is very interesting. So I would take up a degree. That's very sweet. Okay. So do you also want to try talking about the other topic, or do you want to move to the topic that we have for today?
Mm, okay, let's other things you may ask.
All right. So I'll ask you about the topic, okay, that we have for today. If inanimate objects could speak, because I personally, being a creative individual, this topic is one of my favorite ones. It's very fun to imagine. Okay. So what do you think they would say? Okay, let me start with this. Have you seen Toy Story, that movie, that animated movie?
No, no.
Hmm? Okay, you need to watch Toy Story for sure. First of all, it's like a very sweet movie and everything. And it is, it's an English Hollywood movie, so that'll help with your English too. But it's just the concept of it is so sweet. What happens is the toys of this young kid named Andy, they're talking to each other and they make plans and they have these events and they have loves to like there are couples between toys. It's really sweet. You should try it out. I think you'll really like it. So if anything around you, let's say what is your favorite object in your house, like anything that you love a lot? It could be anything, a gadget or a sofa, whatever you like. Is there anything as such?
Right now, I can say only that the one object that I can go without the mobile.
Ah, all right, your mobile. Let's say your mobile could talk to you, okay? It could say things like, please put me for charging, or please put me down for some time, I'm so tired. What do you think would be the first thing that your phone would say to you?
Suppose I got up in the morning and I was busy doing some other things. I am not looking at my mobile. Then it would ask me, "Hey, what happened? Was today you seems to be very busy with other things. You are ignoring me. I did not do anything wrong to you. Why are you doing like this? Come on, have a look at
Wow.
me and at least see that I am in full charge or not. I
Mhm.
may have run out of my battery. Just do it first. As you need your phone to recharge yourself, so do I. So I need my battery to recharge. So you come and put me on charge first. Then you do other things and come back to me later. I think maybe. Yeah, it
Maybe.
may react like that.
Wow. Okay. Here's, you made it. So you had such a good voice modulation. Was something I'd like to compliment. Like when you spoke like your mobile, it's a very cool thing. It's very difficult to, get that. That's very nice. And I truly believe if my mobile spoke to me, it would speak like that only. Mostly, so the thing with me is my mobile has this alarm wherein you have to like shake the mobile to like switch off the alarm. I put it like that because I don't wake up very easily. So I put 100 shakes. So you need to like shake it properly like 100 times for the alarm to switch off. So a lot of times when I'm half asleep, my phone goes flying across the room because I'm not holding it properly. I think my mobile would probably cry. First thing in the morning, my mobile would cry if it could speak. Uh, but yes, this is a very good monologue. All right. If anything other than your mobile, let's say, what is your favorite piece of clothing? If that piece of clothing could talk, what would it say?
Piece of clothing to say right now, I only using this time t-shirt and trousers only.
Mm-hmm.
So they may say like uh, what? Suppose a particular pair that I am not wearing this one, so they may be very uh, upset that hello. So they may be calling from inside the wardrobe that hey, you, I'm talking to you. Do you listen to me? Do you listen to me? We are not out of our covers for a long time. No? Are not you going outside? Are not you going to a market or anything? Are you remaining at home whole day due to coronavirus? Tell me what happened? We are not out for a long time. We also need to go out.
Wow. You are.
I'm just I'm just making out. I don't know.
You're really creative. I think, if my clothes could talk to me, they'd probably say something like, you have so many clothes. Why aren't you wearing them? Because I have two things that I mostly wear, like when I'm at home, right? So and those clothes would be so tired of me constantly washing them and wearing them again. They're like, please stop wearing us. But yes, that's a very relatable thing that clothes would say to us.
It happens to every girl or women also. I think that they have so many clothes, but they stick to two or three things, and the wardrobe remains full.
Oh, trust me. But in my house, the maximum amount of shoes, the maximum amount of clothes are owned actually by my dad. So he has at least 12 pair of shoes. And
Oh,
oh, mostly because army requires you to have at least like 6 pair of shoes for the uniform only. But he has such amazing, really nice shoes. He's really into
so
shoes.
so you must have been brought up in a disciplined way, isn't it?
Oh. Trust me, he has. I'm the kind of person who I work at night a lot. So like I'm very nocturnal that way. In the sense that I'm so sorry, that's an alarm. In the sense that let's say if I could, I would sleep at 1 o'clock, or sorry, sleep at 5, 6 in the morning, and then my entire day cycle is reversed, and I'm a very huge pain for my dad because he wakes up at 5 o'clock. And he has like a very good routine. He's always tried to help me get that routine. Hasn't worked. But yes.
Yeah. Okay, Rakshita, I just want to ask you one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Last time when we had a session, you told me about two, three short stories. So one of
Did
them
you?
was that the Telltale Heart.
Yes. Did you read it?
Yeah, I read it. Just I want to know one thing. Here
Mm-hmm.
it is given that his eye was like the eye of a vulture.
Yes.
So why it is only eye? Generally, we don't say that his eyes are like this.
Mm-hmm. We don't describe people's eyes like vultures.
No, no, no. I am saying when we
Mm-hmm.
generally say, I Rakshita, your eyes are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Your eyes, I mean in plural, his eyes
Ah.
are beautiful. But here it
Ah.
is saying his eye was like the eye of a vulture.
Yes.
So,
You know, that's a very good question. Actually, in this story, the person has one artificial eye.
oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
why.
that eye was like the vultures, and that's why the eye. I'll tell you, this is a very literature thing, but this eye actually represents a lot of things that are artificial in this world. So him hating the eye is actually the author telling us about a person who hates how society has become artificial, and he
Okay,
wishes
okay.
to remove that.
So all
Yeah.
these things have so deep, I mean, deeper meaning that I could not.
Yes. Yes. You see, most of the stories that I personally read are stories which have a lot of depth in them because I enjoy it. Like I like to dissect it. I like to read papers about the story and then stories about the story. It's a crazy thing. It's a cycle. But I actually have one more story for you. This one is actually by this Urdu author, and it's actually a story that's been translated into English. She's a very famous author. I think you might have heard her name. Her name is Ismat Chugtai. Chai, Chuktai, and the name of the story is, uh, one second, The Quilt. I think I've
Oh,
spelled, I've written O for Q, but it's a quilt, right? So it's a very beautiful story. Did I tell you about the doll's house?
no,
No? So you can read
no.
that too. The doll's house is actually about two families, or basically the kids of two families. One is the family of, let's say, the master, and one is the family of the servants. And they've basically, throughout the story, they've shown the contrast between how differently the two sections, the two sections of kids are brought up. So that's why, I mean, it's a very unique sort of a story. That's very nice.
Okay.
So, yeah, but are you enjoying reading short stories?
Yeah, I enjoy, but sometimes, as you say, I told you I just cannot get the meaning. I mean, I'm
Uh,
not so intelligent to know the different meaning actually. That's why I
it's
just
not
read it literally. I just find out the literal meaning, but there is something deeper that I don't get it.